And I'd like to remind you of something that these days we are watching the Euro 2016 on screen. So the competition is being held in France. And do you remember 1992 when Denmark was the last team to get invited after Yugoslavia was pulled out of the competition? And Denmark came and won that tournament. And Stade Français will not be here, but your study team will be here. And who knows, Julian and his colleagues might be there for your study team.
Bonsoir. On est très content d'être ici, on va tout donner, surtout à l'apéro. Donc bonne soirée à tous. Voilà. L'impression est déjà là.
And we'll end this first round here with the Africa Pacific Dragons. Jimmy Cohen will be the team captain. Jimmy?
Hello. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'll just echo what the boys have said. It's a privilege and an honour to be here playing amongst this great tournament. First of 3 years, so it's quite exciting for all involved. I just want to thank the Mauritian people for their hospitality in the hotel. We're staying at the La Victoria and it's been superb. Plenty of food getting eaten and a few beers getting drunk, so big thanks for that. We're called the African Pacific Dragons, so we've got a head start and hoping we get the Mauritian people on our side with a bit of support. So we look forward to seeing you on Saturday and Sunday and enjoy the event.
Of course, Jimmy, of course. Africa Pacific Dragons will have many fans together with Romain there. A big hand for Romain.
Un petit mot, Romain. Non, mais c'est juste un grand honneur d'avoir été sélectionné pour représenter les Africa Pacific Dragons. Je vais juste profiter à fond de cette expérience avec les professionnels. Voilà, the mic is yours, John.
Thank you. Thank you all. Just enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the evening, and we'll see you very soon. Come on, with a small protocol aspect, with a few words from those who've been there for putting on this great event. And I'll call on stage Mr. Kevin Venkia, President of the Rugby Union of Mauritius. Kevin.
Good evening. It is with immense pride that I stand before you this evening representing the Rugby Union Mauritius. We are honored to bring a sporting event of this magnitude to our beautiful island. And we were equally honored to have the participation of all the teams who have joined us in our endeavor to bring rugby to people and fans of Mauritius. Rugby is an exciting and growing sport worldwide, and the objective of the World Club 10 even is not only to promote rugby as sport, but also to enrich our community with the value of the sport, such as healthy competition, teamwork, and fair play, bound together in fun family atmosphere. We are already witnessing the amazing potential of rugby with a recent co-opting of our own local hero, Romain Lanus, into the Africa Pacific Dragon team. Congratulations, Romain. You have an entire nation behind you. The World Rugby 10 even has been a challenging endeavor, and thanks to the determination and vision of the organization committee, the Ministry of Sports, the MTPA, the sponsors, the staff of Rugby Union Mauritius, and Carinat, we have reached our goal. We sincerely hope that tonight opening ceremony marked the opening of a long-lasting relationship between Mauritius and rugby, and that the World Club 10 events becoming a growing annual event for many years to come. Thanks you all, those who have had to make this vision reality. I would like to express our sincere gratitude. To the Mauritian sport fans, young and old, we invite you to join us for an exciting family fun weekend. On the closing note, I leave you with a quote from our world greatest sports hero, which recently lost. He who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life. Muhammad Ali. Thank you and good evening. Juste pour mes amis français, je vous souhaite un bon tournoi dans la chaleur de l'hospitalité mauricienne. Merci beaucoup et bonne soirée.
Been in the MTPA, closely associated with this big event. Who else could be a staunch sports lover than the Minister of Youth and Sports himself? You know, Tuesday is very hectic for him because there is the session of the National Assembly. But he vowed to us that he will be with this event from the start till the end. And once again, his commitment has brought him here, and I'll call, of course, Honorable Yogida Sominadan, Minister of Youth and Sports. A big hand for our Minister.
Good evening, everyone. I guess now if the Prime Minister looks for me, he knows where I am. John Phelps, Managing Director of Carinat Sports, Mr. Laurent Garnier, the French Ambassador, Mr. Kevin Venkia, the President of the Rugby Union Mauritius, Mr. Patrick Bradshaw, the Vice President, Mr. Mathieu Razé, the Head of Communication Cell Group, members of the press and media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to all of you. We are all gathered tonight to mark the start of a great adventure. It is with pride that Mauritius will host for the first time the Rugby Tournament World Cup 10's this weekend at Anjali Stadium. For such a dream project get realized, there has been collaboration of various partners. I think of Carinat Sports Marketing Limited, the Rugby Union Mauritius, the Mauritius Tourism Promotion Authority, the Ciel Group, Beachcomber, and many others. Last but not least, the Ministry of Youth and Sports also brought its assistance by locating the Anjali Stadium. My ministry has also carried out repairs where necessary so as to upgrade the stadium before the tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, when I first heard of that project, I thought it could be an ideal showcase for rugby here. It is in the context of promoting rugby and Mauritius as a reference destination for sports tourism that this major event has been put up. And it's not only a one-off, because this tournament will be held here for an initial period of 3 years as from 2016. So as to get everyone on board, in addition to the tournament itself, a series of activities and events, namely gala dinners, beach rugby tournaments, visit to villages, and rugby session with children have been scheduled. They should help rugby to be known everywhere on the island. The World Club 10's brings together the best rugby clubs around the world, like the Sharks of South Africa, or Toulon of France, the Blues from New Zealand, amongst others. This tournament helps to add Mauritius to the list of rugby nations, and so as to have the local touch. There is a Mauritian player who has been drafted in the team of African Pacific Dragons. Romanamus will be the focus of an entire nation during the 2 days of competition. He can only hope that other young Mauritians shall follow his footsteps and feel curious about rugby. Mesdames et messieurs, c'est quelques mots en français pour nos amis français. À travers ce tournoi, Nous souhaitons promouvoir cette discipline, détecter les talents et susciter l'engouement du public mauricien. Ce faisant, l'attrait de cette discipline réside aussi dans son pouvoir à unifier un peuple. Comment ne pas se souvenir de la victoire des Springboks lors des Coupes du Monde en 1995 avec un Nelson Mandela portant pour l'occasion le maillot du capitaine sud-africain François Pinault. Le rugby fait déjà le buzz ici et suivant les succès répétés de notre sélection nationale au niveau régional, nous n'avons pas hésité à inclure le rugby parmi les disciplines des prochains G2 2019 qui se tiendront à l'île Maurice. Le rugby, j'en suis sûr, continuera à se développer ici. Le gouvernement et mon ministère aident aussi à son développement. Pour preuve, nous allons bientôt allouer un terrain dédicacé à la pratique du rugby. Ladies and gentlemen, before ending, I wish to thank Mr. Kevin Venkia and Mr. Patrick Bradshaw for their efforts in giving rugby its due recognition here. Tomorrow we dream of having teams like Brumbies, the Crusaders and Sharks visiting us regularly for tournaments in the Southern Hemisphere. But before that, let's come together and get rugby buzzing this weekend. I wish all of you a great World Cup 10's tournament and good luck. Thank you for your attention.